Figure TV. Canada ain't big enough for Rose and Drake. Be sure to wipe your feet. You in the House of Revolution. That means hit the like button, like, share, subscribe to the platform. So, Drake, you decided to send the Hells Angels to start the brawl with Rick Ross. And yes, y'all, this guy, I can guarantee you, is a Hells Angel. This guy right here who gonna be the one to try to assault Rick Ross, and then the melee gonna start. For y'all who don't know, Rick Ross and his crew was confronted in Canada for playing Not Like Us. Bad move, Drake. Bad move, Drake. Because I'm already seeing and hearing that they're gonna press your ass like a laundromat when you come through the U.S. You know, I'm hearing it's gonna be real bad for you when you come through the U.S. and think you're going to tour your diss songs and disrespect Americans. But when Americans come to Canada, yeah, you goddamn right, that's what this is about. Americans come to Canada, you got your neo-Nazi racist. I had already seen a few months ago, y'all didn't pay attention to how Drake was trying to get the Hells Angels to give him protection. That's the white boys who really run Canada, nigga. The Hells Angels, the roughest of the roughest. And then Drake's ties to the Hells Angels. Now, when you look at this video and you see this guy, you gotta know he the one starting the shit. He a fucking Hells Angel. So people saying that I don't know if Drake sent him. Nigga, please. Drake already paid that deposit.
Got into a conversation. Keep in mind the cops is right there. They have no interest in stopping any of this. There should be no way that these guys even made their way to Rose and his people. One thing leads to another in the conversation. Somebody from the other side
Rick Ross was getting at him too. The white boy not tripping. He knew he was gonna take some punches and Rick Ross security was gonna pack him out. But he wanted to draw them in so the rest of the people who in position could try to do their thing.
In the face.
Now they said it was more ruckus, which you can't play on YouTube community guidelines. You know what I'm saying? They don't, but they saying it's on Twitter, it's on X, so you can go check it out.
Somebody from the other side hits Ross in the conversation. Somebody from the other.
So the Hells Angels, he started, and you got as soon as I gotta give Rose. As soon as he hit Ross racked it. Soon as he hit Ross racked it immediately, and then they try to hold Ross back. Ross tried to get him, so I got to give Ross his props for that, for standing in there like a man.
People, one thing leads to another in the conversation. Somebody from the other side hits Ross in the face,
and them security guards start getting at his ass too. But this man definitely a neo-Nazi, racist, biker. Yeah, Hells Angel. That's if the news do their investigative report like CultfiggaTvNews, then we all gonna see and find out this dude is a Hells Angel. Sent there, pressed by Drake, sent him to press Rick Ross. You can find reports after when Kendrick and Rick Ross first started getting. Kendrick and Drake first started getting into it. It was already brought up. Drake was trying to get the Hells Angels to protect him and protect his compounds and protect his people in Canada, and they might be lending him some help when he come to the West Coast, because everybody know the Hells Angels is the biker gang for California. That's so motherfucking true. The Hells Angels. You see what Drake trying to do? So when Drake come out to the West Coast, he gonna try to get with the Hells Angels. See, now a lot of people gonna tell me, well, them gang bangers, man, y'all don't even know how this shit go, bro. Y'all don't ever understand how this shit go. I've been telling motherfuckers for years. Them punk ass gang bangers are getting pumped by the motherfucking Aryans in prison. That's real motherfucking talk. And by the Mexican Mafia and that them type of motherfuckers. That's real talk, because these gangs on this gang bullshit and not together. Ain't no unity in there. Only time they come together is when it's finna be a riot and we nigga got to come together, or everybody gonna get packed out by the Aryans or the Mexicans who come together in that bitch. That's why I don't even understand something. The Mexicans at times fucking with the racist Aryans who don't like them neither. Not until plenty of essays and enlighten them. See, none of them can sit down with me and have that type of conversation. On the Wildcats on the West Coast do not tell them that. You see, the thing I enlighten to my Mexican revolutionary partners and then hip them to what the problem is. They don't understand. You see, they're not Spanish no more than I'm English. Those Mexicans, those individuals in Mexico, they're not Mexicans. Excuse me. They're not Spanish. They was conquered by the Spaniards. That's why they speak Spanish. It's like we were conquered by the Anglos who speak English. That's why we speak English. But we're not They're not Spanish. See, they gotta break the yoke of bondage they goddamn self. So it makes no sense to be linking up and going against other revolutionary people who trying to stand up straight like us, and then side with motherfuckers who helped conquer your people, step on your people, take from your people, rape, murder, lynch your people. That's not our history with them. And if I sit at the table with the boss, I let them know that. So when you sitting across from us on behalf of the Aryans, you just been a puppet to them. They don't give a shit about your people. You supposed to be linking up with us so you can get some respect and dignity back, which your ancestors wanted. You know, back in the day, when it's a story I'm doing when the slaves, they rose up, a lot of buffalo soldiers, they rose up, a lot of bullshit was going on. They had to go stay in Mexico for a while to keep the revolution going. It's cities in Mexico that they honor buffalo soldiers. I'm going to do a whole story on that. See, a lot of these Mexicans don't even know that. Because they don't know their own history. Just like a lot of our people don't know their own history. But again, I said that to say this, it turns to a history class. The brothers got to stand firm out there on the West Coast. So they won't keep getting stepped on by the Aryans. That's why they never tell the truth about like who run these federal prisons, who run these Aryans. What the hell you mean? The Aryans. The Aryans run them. See, brothers, they talk that big shit, but they so not together. There ain't no unity. They get picked off one at a time. See, the Aryans can go to the Bloods or the Crips or the GBDs or the GDs or, you know, the DC call. No, ain't no unity. Ain't no this until it's a serious problem. And then it's forced. You're forced to come together. You really don't like one another. See, that's a goddamn problem. See, and Drake using that. Right here, he got his Aryan biker gang who don't like blacks really. That's another strike on Drake. Strike with Drake. He went to racist bikers who don't like blacks to get his protection. Nigga. You see what I'm saying? And watch. You just watch. That's gonna be his move for when he go to California. Cause nigga like, man, the West Coast ain't gonna play. He with the Hells Angels, nigga. I'm not. Them niggas ain't no punks out there now. Y'all understand? But they gonna have to go to war with the Hells Angels, nigga. And I don't think a lot of them is ready to stand that stiff. Not just out here, cause niggas killers out here. I'm talking about in prison. Them white boys is killing for real now. The Mexicans killing for real. Cause home where the buffalo roam. They don't give a damn about coming home, nigga. They take orders. It's rank and file. They like I say, they on cold when they get to that bitch. We not selfish. Me. Well, Drake knew wasn't no unity in the motherfucking community. He went to the Aryans. The reason they able to do this is led by the Aryan Brotherhood. That's how the rap community, y'all need to look at this and come at Drake ass. You went to the goddamn Aryans, brother, to try to get Ross jumped on. So you better understand when you come to America, nigga, we got our eye on you, phony. USA, living in America. I am an American. Woo, living in America. USA. Go figure. Follow me.